as you know, when you're out there gigging, the first time you probably remember singing into a microphone, it's just like, wow, this sounds so different than me singing in the shower. So if you practice with that a little bit, just by yourself, get yourself a little personal monitor. It doesn't have to be a huge PA in your basement, because that's probably a little intimidating. Get yourself a personal monitor, get your cable, get your mic stand, hook them all up, and just have some fun. And you get used to the dynamics, because the dynamics are a little bit reduced when you sing. Let's turn this on. 1, 2, 2. Yeah. Okay, that sounds, to me, that sounds quite a bit different than if I was just singing a cappella like that with the room sound filling in the rest, and it sounds really nice. But then this, can take a bit of getting used to. And if you can just get used to singing with it, gonna keep this world from dragging me down. And you can get used to your proximity when I won't back down. You can get used to moving the mic away when it's time to, when you sing, yeah, yeah. Although if you're lucky enough to be able to move away from the mic, that means your monitors are awesome, because most of the time they aren't. And you've got to go, gonna keep this world. You got to sing close. Anyway, just getting used to moving the mic closer and further away from your mouth. And the sound of that, you heard as I was singing that the tonality and the mic touching my lips actually kind of makes a difference in my pronunciation, and this is something I have to be careful about. Also, you can get used to practicing with reverb. Yeah. Here we go. Let's turn up the reverb level a little bit here. Gonna keep this world from dragging me down. So you get used to the sound of that and how much you need. This is important too. You can't just go, okay, I'm gonna sing, but how's everybody tonight? That's way too much. So you get used to how much to you sounds right. That right there sounds right. It's usually less than you think. So practicing with that. And then the next thing you're gonna wanna do is practice with amplification with others in the room who have amplification, because they're probably going to be louder than you pretty much all the time. So you're going to have to get used to putting a monitor closer to you. If they need to hear it, well, you can angle it a little bit, but you still give yourself the lion's share of the volume. And actually in that association with others, with all of you having amplification, you're going to actually practice up on your diplomatic skills as well. So, John, yeah, I love your Marshall. Great sound, baby. Can you bring it down a lot? Because you're making the bass player play loud. That's making the drummer play loud. And the drummer is making me sing loud. And my amp goes so loud before feedback. So let's do that. So anyway, practice up on your diplomatic skills. But I think those are all good facets to practicing with a microphone and amplification.